Welcome to our chilling video, 3 True Eerie Amusement Park Stories. Tonight, we're diving into the shadows of what are supposed to be the happiest places on Earth. These true stories will take you beyond the laughter and bright lights, revealing the dark, haunted secrets lurking within some of the most beloved amusement parks. From ghostly carousels to spectral figures on Ferris wheels and phantoms in funhouses, brace yourself for a journey into the unknown. These are not tales for the faint of heart. They are real accounts that will leave you questioning the safety of your next park visit. Let's uncover the spine-tingling truth together. Story 1. The Haunted Carousel. Welcome to Lakeside Amusement Park, a picturesque venue nestled in the heart of a serene town. For decades, this park has been a source of joy and excitement for families and thrill-seekers alike. However, beneath its cheerful facade lies a chilling tale that has haunted visitors for generations. Legend has it that in the 1940s, a young girl named Emily mysteriously disappeared while riding the park's vintage carousel. Despite exhaustive searches, no trace of her was ever found. Rumors swirled that Emily's spirit still roamed the grounds, particularly around the carousel where she was last seen. Fast forward to June 13, 1998, a date etched into the memories of those who were unfortunate enough to experience it. That night, a group of adventurous teenagers decided to test the legend. They gathered at Lakeside Amusement Park, eager to uncover the truth behind the ghostly tales that had circulated for years. Among them was Sarah, a brave soul with a penchant for the supernatural. Despite warnings from locals and park staff, Sarah and her friends embarked on their eerie adventure. As dusk settled over the park, they made their way to the carousel, its brightly colored horses frozen in mid-gallop under the fading sunlight. The atmosphere was charged with anticipation and unease as the group climbed onto their chosen horses. The carousel creaked to life, its music box melody echoing through the deserted park. Sarah could feel the eyes of the horses following her as the ride began its hypnotic rotation. But then, as if on cue, the lights flickered ominously. The cheerful tune warped into a discordant melody, sending shivers down Sarah's spine. Around her, the once static figures of the carousel horses seemed to come alive. Their eyes glowed with an unnatural red hue, piercing through the darkness like fiery embers. A chill swept through the air, despite the warm summer evening. Sarah's heart raced as she glanced around, catching glimpses of shadowy figures darting between the horses. Panic threatened to consume her, but before she could react, the carousel came to an abrupt halt. Silence descended upon the park like a heavy curtain, broken only by the frantic whispers of Sarah's friends. They attempted to dismount, but something held them in place. It was as if an invisible force gripped them, locking them onto their spectral steeds. Then, in the eerie silence, Sarah saw her, a young girl with hollow eyes and a tattered dress, standing at the center of the carousel. Emily, the lost soul whose fate had been intertwined with this cursed ride. Her presence filled the air with a palpable sense of sorrow and longing. Sarah's breath caught in her throat as Emily's gaze met hers. The ghostly girl extended a spectral hand towards her, beckoning with an otherworldly allure. Sarah's mind screamed at her to flee, to break free from the ghostly grasp that held her captive. But her body remained frozen, caught in the grip of fear and fascination. Suddenly, the carousel lurched back to life with a deafening screech. Sarah and her friends were thrown from their horses, landing in a tangled heap on the ground. They lay there, dazed and disoriented, as the carousel spun madly behind them. The lights flickered once more, casting long, twisted shadows that danced across their prone forms. When park security finally arrived, they found the teenagers sprawled around the carousel, each bearing deep scratches and bruises as if they had been in a struggle with unseen forces. Sarah recounted her chilling encounter with Emily, the spectral girl who had haunted the carousel for decades. In the aftermath of that night, Lakeside Amusement Park closed the carousel indefinitely. Despite efforts to dispel the paranormal rumors, locals whisper of strange happenings around the abandoned ride. To this day, the carousel stands as a solemn reminder of the night the past bled into the present, leaving behind a legacy of fear and uncertainty. Story 2. the Ferris wheel specter. Welcome to Adventureland Amusement Park, a vibrant haven by day and a chilling realm by night. Nestled on the outskirts of a bustling city, Adventureland boasts thrilling rides and dazzling attractions. Yet, among its towering Ferris wheel and bustling carnival games, lurks a tale that defies the boundaries of the living world. It was a warm summer evening in 2003 when Jake and Lisa, a young couple enamored with the park's enchanting atmosphere, decided to embark on a journey into the unknown. Little did they know, their romantic escapade would soon unravel into a harrowing encounter with the supernatural. As twilight painted the sky in hues of orange and pink, Jake and Lisa found themselves standing before Adventureland's iconic Ferris wheel. Towering above them like a sentinel of dreams, the colossal structure promised breathtaking views of the city skyline and beyond. With laughter and music filling the air, they eagerly boarded one of the spacious gondolas, their hearts brimming with excitement. The Ferris wheel ascended gracefully, lifting them higher into the twilight-kissed sky. As they reached the apex, a sudden chill swept through the air, causing Lisa to shiver involuntarily. Jake glanced at her with concern, only to notice a flicker of movement in the gondola opposite theirs. At first, he dismissed it as a trick of the fading light, but as they continued their ascent, the figure became unmistakable. A man in a dark suit, his features obscured by shadows. Lisa's breath caught in her throat as she instinctively moved closer to Jake, her eyes fixed on the mysterious stranger. The man's presence seemed to defy logic. He sat motionless, his gaze fixed on Jake and Lisa with an intensity that sent a chill down their spines. Despite the warm summer evening, an oppressive silence enveloped the gondola, punctuated only by the rhythmic hum of the Ferris wheel's machinery. As they descended, the atmosphere grew increasingly tense. The Ferris wheel began to sway gently, as if caught in the grip of an unseen force. Panic crept into Jake's voice as he called out to the ride operator, pleading for an explanation. But before they could reach the safety of solid ground, the Ferris wheel came to an abrupt stop. Jake and Lisa held their breath as the gondola gently rocked in the evening breeze. The park below seemed to fall silent, as if holding its breath alongside them. And then, with a suddenness that defied comprehension, the man in the dark suit turned towards them. His eyes, once shrouded in darkness, gleamed with an otherworldly light. A haunting smile tugged at the corners of his lips, revealing a mouth devoid of warmth or humanity. Lisa stifled a gasp as she felt a wave of cold wash over her, chilling her to the bone. The man raised a skeletal hand and pointed directly at them, his gaze unwavering. Jake and Lisa exchanged a wordless glance, their minds racing to comprehend the surreal scene unfolding before them. They were trapped, ensnared in a dance with a specter whose origins defied explanation. Just as suddenly as it had begun, the encounter came to an end. The Ferris wheel lurched back into motion, carrying Jake and Lisa away from the enigmatic figure. They stumbled out of the gondola, their hearts pounding with a mixture of fear and disbelief. In the days that followed, Jake and Lisa struggled to make sense of their encounter. They spoke with park officials, who reluctantly admitted that they were not the first to witness the Ferris wheel specter. Decades earlier, a tragic accident had claimed the life of a maintenance worker on the very same ride. It was believed that his restless spirit now wandered the Ferris wheel, forever bound to its towering heights. Adventureland Amusement Park remains a popular destination for thrill seekers and curious souls alike, drawn by the allure of its exhilarating rides and mysterious history. Yet, beneath the laughter and bright lights, the Ferris wheel specter continues to haunt the night, a silent sentinel guarding its spectral domain. Story 3: The Phantom of the Funhouse. Welcome to Crescent Moon Amusement Park, where the air is alive with the sounds of laughter and excitement. Nestled amidst the bustling cityscape, Crescent Moon has long been a beacon of joy for families and thrill seekers alike. Yet, within the heart of its most whimsical attraction, lies a chilling tale that defies explanation. The Funhouse, with its labyrinthine corridors and hallways adorned with mirrors, is a playground of illusions designed to delight and disorient. But beneath its playful exterior, a malevolent presence lurks, one that has left an indelible mark on those who dare to enter. In the fall of 2010, a family visiting Crescent Moon Amusement Park decided to brave the funhouse, unaware of the terror that awaited them within its mirrored walls. The air was thick with the scent of cotton candy and popcorn, mingling with the distant strains of carnival music. Excited chatter filled the air as they approached the entrance, their footsteps echoing against the polished floors. As they ventured deeper into the funhouse, the family quickly became ensnared in its twisting corridors and distorted reflections. The maze seemed to shift and change around them, leading them deeper into a realm where reality blurred with illusion. Laughter echoed through the halls, but it was not the joyful laughter of children. It was a sinister, mocking sound that sent shivers down their spines. Halfway through the maze, they encountered a mirror unlike the others. Instead of reflecting their images, it showed a ghastly figure. A gaunt, ghostly man with hollow eyes and a twisted grin. His presence seemed to materialize from the very fabric of the funhouse itself, his spectral form flickering in and out of existence. Fear gripped the family as they stared into the mirror, unable to tear their eyes away from the phantom's chilling visage. The man raised a skeletal hand and pointed directly at them, his eyes boring into their souls with an intensity that defied comprehension. They tried to flee, but the maze seemed to conspire against them, leading them deeper into its nightmarish depths. With each passing moment, the air grew colder, thick with an oppressive silence that weighed upon their senses. Shadows danced across the walls, twisting and contorting into grotesque shapes that seemed to mock their futile attempts to escape. Panic threatened to consume them as they struggled to find their way out of the funhouse's sinister embrace. Finally, after what felt like an eternity, they stumbled out into the harsh light of day, their hearts racing and their minds reeling from the horrors they had witnessed. They rushed to park officials, their voices trembling as they recounted their harrowing ordeal. To their dismay, they learned that the funhouse had a dark history, a tragedy that had unfolded decades earlier. Years ago, a fire had ravaged the funhouse, claiming the life of a beloved performer who had entertained generations of park visitors. His spirit, it was said, had never left the attraction, forever trapped within its mirrored halls. Since that fateful day, reports of strange occurrences and ghostly sightings had plagued Crescent Moon Amusement Park, casting a shadow over its once lighthearted atmosphere. Today, the funhouse remains one of the park's most infamous attractions, drawing thrill-seekers and paranormal enthusiasts alike. Yet, behind its facade of whimsy and wonder, the phantom of the funhouse continues to roam, a spectral reminder of the darkness that lurks within the hearts of even the most innocent places.